Y'all ready for this, chat? Because apparently it gets even worse. It gets worse. Infinity Nikki nerfs new outfit amid huge backlash. So let me give you guys a little bit of context here. Infinity Nikki release patch 1.5. Patch 1.5 had the potential to be incredible. And then the Infinity Nikki devs thought to themselves, you know what we could do? We could actually entirely ruin our game. Yeah, that sounds like a great idea. So they increased the pity from what I was told was 180 to 220. They increased the max number of outfits, pieces for each outfit from 10 to 11. They decided that they were going to retcon the main story and remove the entire intro from the game, which was actually incredible and was what captivated people initially. They decided they were going to introduce a $70 bathtub into the cash shop and present it to players at a 79% discount for only, like the low price of $15.99 if you want to get it now, and it does absolutely nothing. Oh, they decided to ban the term boycott, which left people deciding, no, you know what we're gonna do? We're actually gonna go ahead here and term an entirely new term, girlcott. They decided they were going to start engaging in a girlcott because players were furious with Info, the studio that was in charge of it. It got so bad, it got so freaking bad that they decided that they were going to ban players from boycotting it. Genuinely ban their own community members from boycotting, using the term boycott. So they termed girlcott. They started girlcotting the game. All the sisters rallied together in unison. This got, I covered this, it then caught mainstream attention. Other creators started covering it, and now they're incapable of hiding. They tried. They deleted threads on social media. They started banning people from their community. They did everything they could to try and hide all the stupid ass shit they did. It was hilarious, and I've covered every single thing they've done wrong. And what I just mentioned was only the tip of the iceberg. And then what made matters worse was then there were instances like this, and I received a lot of comments like this, where players were defending Infinity Nikki for the decisions that they made, saying, you know what? They need the money because a billion-dollar company needs billions of dollars to make a fun game. That drove me to the brink of insanity. But I think at that point, I thought to myself, you know what? There is no way at this point the devs could do something even stupider with how inflamed and enraged the community was at this juncture. There is absolutely no way that players would positively receive or put out with any other form of stupidity, right? Absolutely no way. Chat, over 24 hours ago, roughly 24 hours ago, Infinity Nikki was sitting at 2.1 stars on the Google Play Store. The reason it was so low was because everything we just discussed and so much more. Yesterday, the game dropped to 2 stars. It went down a whole 0.1 points. And then as of today, chat, you wanna know how bad it is, how low Infinity Nikki has dropped? 1.7. It dropped from 2.1 to 2.0 in 24 hours, and then in another 24 hours, 2.0 to 1.7. You wanna know what the rating was just 4 hours ago? 4 hours ago, it was 1.8. This is when I took this screenshot. 1.8 just 4 hours ago. 4 hours ago. Now it's 1.7. It has dropped again. It is dropping literally by the hour. How insane is this, right? The reason why is because the devs don't give a fuck. Genuinely, right? So this was brought to their attention, and they decided we're going to issue an apology letter. And in that apology letter, they decided they literally took all of this right here to say, the reason we increased the pity from 180 to 220 was because our outfits are pretty. That is what they said. This entire thing here says our outfits are pretty and therefore we increased the pity. That's what they say. And then they further state, we apologize for the lack of prior communication regarding this adjustment. Okay, this is where it gets crazy, chat. Moving forward, they promise. This is what they promise right here. Listen to this line of text. Moving forward, we guarantee that the number of pieces in 5-star outfits will not exceed 11, and major changes will be communicated in advance through official channels. We will communicate all major changes through official channels in advance. So, y'all know what they decided to do yesterday? Let's take a look. Before we go any further, I do want to take a moment here to thank all of my incredible patrons over on Patreon and my YouTube channel members who allow for me to continue to do dedicated videos like this every single day. You guys are absolutely phenomenal, and I genuinely cannot thank you all enough for the support. As of the last 24 hours, Infold is now facing additional backlash by Chinese players due to nerfing the floating ability of the new Phoenix outfit. So this is a new outfit available in game. This is an outfit that had a specific form of utility that Chinese players knew about, that Chinese players, I don't know if global players bought this too, but that players purchased the outfit for, okay? They purchased the outfit for this specific feature. Then at 11 p.m., so not many players at the time even knew this was happening, they started leaving comments across Chinese social media complaining about the changes. In case you didn't know, you can spam the W key to float further when using the floating ability of the Phoenix outfit. There are ways to do this on tablets and phones, but I would not go into details because apparently it has been fixed. My brain is about to explode, so I've only manually translated the comments. I use Google Translate for the post, and if you're confused with the meaning of certain sentences or words, you can ask in the comment section. I'll reply when I can. Okay, so you have so many bugs that haven't been fixed yet, but now you thought about nerfing the ability of the Phoenix outfit. Are the players your enemy? The game was updated. Infinity Nikki sneakily changed the ability of the Phoenix outfit, causing bad experiences in floating using the Phoenix outfit by spamming the W key. No announcement was made beforehand, no notice, no compensation at all. Once again, chat, they promised any major updates, such as the entire alteration of the purpose of the new outfit, would be announced beforehand. They did not announce it at all. Why did you change the ability of the Phoenix outfit? Is it that you have a death wish? The special characteristic of the Phoenix outfit has been changed. Bugs should be fixed are not fixed. Things that shouldn't be fixed keep getting fixed. So many players pulled that outfit for that special ability, chat. It was sneakily fixed without notifying the players beforehand. But it's not major. It is major enough that a ton of people decided to pull for it, to spend their money on it. They did this without any official announcement across all their major social media platforms. So unbelievably dumb. I have no words for it. Yes. So imagine if you decide to pull for a character. Let's say they release a new character in Wuthering Waves, okay? And that character in Wuthering Waves, or even Genshin Impact, possesses the ability to fly, okay? Now, they decide after you purchase the character that they're going to fix your character to now no longer include flight and instead just allow for you to hover for a second before plummeting to your death. You purchased a character to fly, and now you can't. They purchased this dress so they could fly, and they nerfed it. Chinese players are very upset. Noticeably so. Infold sneakily changed the floating ability of the Phoenix outfit. They are livid across social media, everywhere. And then, much later, all the way down in the issue fixes and optimizations notice, after scrolling significantly down, you see this tiny little line of text that says, fixed an issue where your Phoenix outfit could achieve unintended floating distance through abnormal operations or automated operations. So clicking your W key, we don't want you to be able to do that now that players were doing it. Everyone bought the outfit. Days have gone past. Now we're gonna go ahead and remove it. We're not gonna address it. We're not gonna announce it. We're not gonna offer compensation for players that bought it for that specific reason. And we're only going to address this in a small little optimization notice way down that nobody looks at. After the fact, it was the same for global players? Okay. This is actual insanity. And then I made a tweet about it. There's no way Infold, the Infinity Nikki devs, are this stupid, right? Nerfing the newest outfit after everyone already spent money buying it. Global and Chinese players are once again absolutely furious, speedrunning to end of service one stupid decision at a time. Genuinely and wholeheartedly, one of the most insane things I've seen, chat. The situation as a whole. Isn't it illegal? I don't actually know specifics. I've been told that it is, but I don't know. And he goes, I thought it couldn't possibly get worse, but it did. Feels like the devs are drowning in quicksand of bad decisions. With every move they make, the game sinks deeper and deeper. Oh my god. See, at the very least, chat, Black Beacon addressed the situation, right? And they offered compensation that China received. They gave players what they wanted. And that is why, when you look at the Play Store for Black Beacon, you see that it increased from 1.9 back up to 2.0. It's a far cry from the 4.4 it was, but it still saw an increase. But then when you go to the Play Store for Infinity Nikki, every day it drops further and further. I guarantee you, next stream, this is gonna be 1.6, maybe 1.5 stars. Someone asked if Info was trying to speedrun destroying their customer base and their support. I doubt they realized how accurate this was. I was so excited for the Phoenix outfit too, but now I straight up refuse to pull for it. Exactly. So many people pulled for that ability, but now it's no longer there. I tested the normal floating ability and the Phoenix floating ability when just quickly jumping, floating, and then changing to normal state about an hour ago. Due to the transformation effect, the Phoenix floating outfit is now slower and covers less distance. It just keeps getting worse, and it's pretty laughable. It's like watching a car crash in real time just to be hit by an airplane. That's actually the best analogy I've ever seen, chap. The whole Black Beacon and Infinity Nikki situation is like watching a car crash in real time just to be hit by an airplane. Yep. Oh my god. I know you think that you just hit the end of the video, and technically, yeah, you have. And I know your first reaction is to close out of it at this juncture, but don't. No, instead, I urge you to take a moment here and click one of the videos on screen that are coming up in just a moment, so you remain up to date with everything going on in the gacha genre. Trust me, you're not going to regret doing so. Stay flaccid.